used to look for you in the loud things, in the thunder that shook the mountains, in the storms that made the oceans tremble, in the miracles I thought only happened for the brave. I believed your presence came wrapped in power, in flashes of glory big enough to silence every fear, but I was wrong. You were never hiding in the noise, you were whispering in the silence I was too afraid to face. There were nights when my heartbeat raced faster than my faith, when breathing felt like lifting stone, when my thoughts swung like shadows and I could not steady the trembling inside me. I pray with a voice barely audible, a whisper swallowed by the dark. Yet somehow the silence held me, and the stillness did not break me. I began to feel something gentle, not loud, not forceful, just steady warm, like a hand on my shoulder. I didn't know how to name. I searched the sky for you, hoping for signs, hoping for a sound that proved you cared. But while I stared upward, you sat beside me. While I waited for the heavens to open, you filled a small room where I hid. I thought I needed to climb a mountain to find you, but you were already here, closer than the breath I struggled to take, closer than the fear I tried to outrun. And I breathed in slowly, for the first time unafraid, because your presence didn't rise like fire, it rested like a gentle shade. You were closer than my breath, closer than the beating in my chest. You hold me in the quiet, when the world becomes too loud to bear. You stay in every moment, steady as the sunrise you prepare. You are closer than my breath, and I am never unaware. I once believed I had to earn your nearness, that holiness meant perfection, and perfection was something I could never touch. So I hid my shaking hands, I held my breath until I turned numb. I buried every ache beneath rehearsed strength, but you saw through all of it. You stepped into the room of my pretending, and called me beloved. Even there, even then, you didn't ask me to rise, you chose to sit with me. You didn't ask me to smile, you chose to steady my tears. You didn't demand a perfect prayer, you breathed peace into my silence, until the silence began to heal me. When my memories felt heavier than my hope, you held the pieces gently. When shame tried to cage my voice, you taught me how to sing again. When doubt whispered that I was alone, your nearness grew louder than the fear, not in volume, but in truth, that sank deep into the bones of who I am. You don't rush my healing, you don't hurry me to stand. You just breathe your patience over me, until I remember who I am. You are closer than my breath, closer than the beating in my chest. You hold me in the quiet, when the world becomes too loud to bear. You stay in every moment, steady as the sunrise you prepare. You are closer than my breath, and I am never unaware. Extended bridge, cinematic build, even when I feel forgotten. Your mercy finds a way, even when the night surrounds me. Your light refuses to fade. You are the whisper in the shadows, the calm my heart has longed to feel, the gentle truth that breaks the fear I once believed was real. You stay when I unravel, when my strength begins to bend. You stay when I am speechless, when I have nothing left to give. Your presence doesn't falter, it lingers like a promise kept, like the quiet warmth of morning after nights of endless breath. You are near in every heartbreak, near in every fragile prayer, near in every unseen moment when I'm certain no one cares. Closer than the grief I carry, closer than the ache inside, closer than the doubts that chase me, closer than the tears I hide. You are near, you are near, closer than the breath I breathe. You are near, you are near, closer than the heartbeat in me. You are near, you are near, not a moment you have missed. You are near, you are near, every breath you coexist. You are closer than my breath, closer than the beating in my chest. You hold me